UCC, an institution highly recognized to represent a revolution in the delivery of private higher education in the annals of the modern Caribbean. And like all revolutions, there's always a story to tell.
UCC's main objectives are focused on preparing secondary school graduates and mid-level professionals for entry or for upward mobility into business or industry using the most advanced modern and practical approaches.
The university provides individual students with the appropriate skill set and tools so they can master their own individual entrepreneurial ambitions.
In 2017, UCC was granted International Institutional Accreditation status by the UK-based Accreditation Service for International Schools, Colleges, and Universities, ASIC. ASIC lauded the university and designated it as an ASIC Premier Institution.
The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean has since achieved institutional accreditation by the University Council of Jamaica, UCJ. This positions UCC as one of the only 4 universities of the 80 public and private tertiary institutions that have been registered by the UCJ to have achieved this significant and decisive accreditation status.
Like a phoenix rising from the flames that holds the capacity for dreams, Jamaica's largest non-affiliated private university now represents the single most endearing and powerful symbol of growing strength and fixity of purpose in the landscape of higher education in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean.
UCC, fostering leadership and innovation.
The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean has relaunched the UCC Student Referral Program. Students, alumni, and staff can earn up to 50% in commission or tuition credits by referring prospective students to study at the UCC. That's up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars per student. Start earning today by following these 3 easy steps. Join referral program, promote your unique link, and collect your earnings. Sign up and start earning. Visit ucc.edu.jm today.
Good morning. My name is Sonia Davidson. I'm the head of department for the Business Administration programs at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, and I'll be taking you through today's proceedings. Without further ado, let me invite Mrs. Andrea Ray, UCC's Recruitment Director, to deliver the invocation.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Let us pray. Heavenly and most gracious Father, we thank you for the opportunity to see another day. Especially thankful for health, both physically and mentally. We thank you for allowing the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, to celebrate another milestone of 30 years of changing lives in the tertiary educational landscape. And we look forward to many, many more milestones to come. We are truly grateful for the many partnerships that we have forged during the 30 years, including this partnership that now affords UCC the opportunity to launch this new program, the Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing. So as we officially launch this new program today, we invite your presence into this special event, committing this new program in your hands and believing for a successful start for the fall 2022 semester, and that it will expand and flourish exponentially in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Ray. It is my pleasure to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to the Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education and Youth, who will be delivering the main address today. Professor Dennis J. Gale, University President, UCC. Directors and senior executives of UCC. Members of the Institute of Internal Auditors, IIA, international and local chapters. Mr. David Hall, Managing Director of DC Consultants and Associates, or Project Implementation Partner for the Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing. Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. Let us now welcome Professor Dennis J. Gale, President of the UCC, to give his remarks.
The Honorable Fayval Williams, Minister of Education and Youth, Directors and Senior Executives of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, Mrs. Sonia Davidson, Head, Department of Business Administration, Mr. David Hall, Project Lead, DC Consultants and Associates, distinguished guests, faculty members, students, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean continues to pioneer innovative and industry-relevant degree programs that allow students to realize their dreams while producing a cadre of graduates who are fit for purpose for a wide range of business organizations. The implementation of this bachelor's degree program will focus upon the discipline of internal auditing. This function serves as a preventative tool that seeks to put control measures in place, measure inputs, throughputs, outputs, and outcomes, and provides guidance for business process improvement. UCC students will be exposed to internal auditing as a viable option that will aid in the prevention and resolution of organizational problems. The Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing is the first of its kind to be offered in Jamaica. It speaks to the vision and dedication of our curriculum development team and represents a milestone worth celebrating. UCC is deeply appreciative of the support received from the Institute of Internal Auditors, which has lauded our efforts and granted UCC recognition as an Institute of Internal Auditors Internal Audit Academic Awareness Program University. The IIA Academic Awareness Program has been created to recognize the degrees of commitment and effort made by institutions of higher education to provide students with the information and skill sets necessary to choose an internal auditing career path. UCC students will be prepared for matriculation to the Certified Internal Auditors Professional Program. They will be exposed to the practical and theoretical concepts in the discipline of internal auditing, opening career options not only in financial auditing, but within the areas of compliance, forensic auditing, enterprise risk management, and the use of information technology in the audit function. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is glad to have this new offering and encourages students who have graduated from high school, as well as employees in organizations who are seeking to expand their career options, to apply and join the first cohort for the UCC's bachelor's degree in internal auditing, starting in September 2022. I thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Gale. The Honorable Minister of Education and Youth, Fayval Williams, will now give the main address for the launch of UCC's Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing. Minister Williams.
Professor Dennis Gale, President, University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC. Directors and Senior Executives of UCC. Mrs. Althea Heron, Executive Director, the University Council of Jamaica, UCJ. Mr. David Hall, Project Lead and Partner at DC Consultants and Associates. Representatives of the Institute of Internal Auditors, both locally and internationally. Friends from the media. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean for the addition of the Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing to the long list of program offerings. This is a very welcome addition to your degree programs offered by the UCC, and it will fill a major gap in the accounting and finance industry. There is a huge need for professionals trained in the area of internal audit that allows for separation of duties and reporting independently on matters of compliance, governance, and risk management. The undergraduate degree, which focuses on financial investigation and analysis, will give students the academic knowledge to come to an assessment or a conclusion about businesses or departments being investigated. It will incorporate aspects of accounting, law, government, best practice and protocol, and information systems applications. While studying auditing, the students will develop key skills and abilities related to mathematical aptitude, business acumen, economic and financial knowledge, general IT skills, boost their self-motivation and attention to detail, as well as encourage good time management and communication skills. The world is ever evolving, and our universities need to adapt to ensure that students are graduating equipped to handle the challenges of the day. The UCC will afford students the opportunity to access a learning experience that will enable them to succeed and transform their lives, while also making a positive impact on the health, wealth, culture, and well-being of our society. I commend the UCC for its foresight in continuously reviewing and upgrading its course portfolio to reflect the changing needs of our graduates, employers, and society. With student recruitment becoming an increasing focus, it makes sense to ensure courses are as appealing as possible. It's important that universities respond to market demand and keep their offerings current and relevant. And it is not just students that will benefit from the addition of the Bachelor of Science in Internal Audit degree program, but future employers too. In an increasingly competitive sector, reviewing and updating course portfolios has become a significant focus for institutions. The effort helps to ensure that degree programs meet the expectations of students and employers and eventually lead to new opportunities, a win-win situation for all parties involved. I believe that in order to remain relevant and equip students with the skills needed for success, university courses must be developed and assessed for its appropriateness. Instead of simply adding more courses, there's a case to be made for focusing on quality rather than quantity. And while this may not look like the traditional growth in terms of the number of courses, it will result in students who graduate confident that they can tackle the problem of this modern world. And in our books, that's definitely growth and future prosperity. Once again, my sincerest congratulations on this monumental achievement. Thank you so much.
Let us now view a short video on the discipline of internal auditing.
Hello, I'm Richard Chambers, the President and CEO of the Institute of Internal Auditors. You know, early in my career, my ambition got the better of me, and I left internal auditing for an immediate promotion in an accounting role. Being young and inexperienced, I didn't appreciate the importance of diversity and challenge in the overall equation of job satisfaction. It didn't take me long to learn that important lesson. The daily grind of reviewing tedious and complex claims for reimbursement by third-party vendors was interesting and challenging for only a few weeks. By the third month, I could only describe the work as mind-numbing. By the sixth month, I was already talking to my old boss about returning to internal audit. A year after I left internal auditing, I was back at my desk preparing for my next assignment. Occasionally, I'm asked by college students often accounting majors, why should I pursue a career in internal audit? Rather than offer criticism of other professional options, I prefer to focus on why internal audit is such a rich and rewarding choice. From my perspective, the list is long, but I typically focus on 5 key points. First, a bird's eye view of the organization. Internal audit's enterprise-wide purview offers a true bird's eye view of the organization. This holistic perspective gives internal audit departments the ability to spot trends, discover inefficiencies, recommend best practices from other areas of the organization, and more. Additionally, this helps build knowledge about the organization's strengths and weaknesses, which is crucial when assessing risks and the effectiveness of measures put into place to mitigate them. Second on my list of why internal auditing is such a rich and rewarding career is the diversity of audit assignments. Few other careers offer practitioners the opportunity to be involved in so many facets of an organization. Most organizations with dedicated internal audit functions have a scope of work that allows practitioners to work potentially with every department in the organization. This means internal auditors can work in all areas and rarely fall into a rut. Beyond job satisfaction, this diversity also offers the opportunity to expand and refine job skills. Number 3 is the opportunity to leverage skepticism and curiosity. Healthy skepticism and curiosity are essential traits of a successful internal auditor. The best among us are naturally inquisitive and eager to dig deeper for the truth. Often the right question can get to the root of a vexing problem or expose a cleverly hidden fraud. A career built on leveraging that innate curiosity can be immensely fulfilling. One of the life lessons from my book, Lessons Learned on the Audit Trail, takes this idea head on. Be curious and stay curious. If you're not continuously learning new things, your work won't be nearly as effective as it should be. It is important that we not confuse skepticism, a healthy questioning of the truth of a matter, with cynicism, an expectation that everything is motivated by self-interest. Fourth on my short list is the people factor. Every aspect of an internal auditor's job involves people. Over the course of an internal audit career, you will meet and interact with people from all walks of life. Some will be fascinating, while others will make you wonder what possessed them to follow a questionable course of action. Overall, the many people whose operations I've audited throughout my career have been good, decent, and hardworking professionals. I also learned that human nature is a complex thing. Another life lesson from my book is appropriate to mention here. Never forget that every audit client you encounter is a person faced with varying sets of circumstances in their lives and the potential to react either positively or negatively to those circumstances. Finally, number 5 on what makes internal auditing the ideal career choice is the opportunity to grow and evolve. This, for me, is the greatest benefit of internal auditing. The profession offers opportunities for growth and education as varied as there are businesses in the world. By its nature, internal auditing offers the opportunity to delve into all aspects of business with a healthy exposure to the challenges and opportunities of commerce, the intricacies of high finance, or the brightest insights and darkest recesses of the human psyche. What more can one ask for a profession? I'm Richard Chambers, President and CEO of the Institute of Internal Auditors.
I bet you didn't know all of the various aspects of internal auditing in business. Thank you, IIA, for that video. Let us now hear from the Internal Auditors Association, IIA, representatives. We start with Mrs. Anishka Colley, IIA District Representative for the Caribbean. She will be followed by Mrs. Simone Ramsey Knight, IIA President of the Jamaica Chapter.
Hi, my name is Anishka Colley, and I am the Institute of Internal Auditors District Representative for the Caribbean. I'm from the lovely islands of the Bahamas. I would like to congratulate the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean and DC Consultants and Associates for their work in bringing to life the bachelor's degree of internal auditing. I understand that this is the first of its kind for Jamaica, and I look forward to seeing other Caribbean islands provide postgraduate degrees in internal auditing. Again, I would like to congratulate the university and DC consultants for this initiative. All the best to both of you. Congratulations.
Hello, I am Simone Ramsey-Knight, President of the Institute of Internal Audit Jamaica. President and Executive Members, University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Executive, DC Consultants and Associates. Distinguished guests, members of the audit community, executive and members of the IIA, students, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you warm greetings from the Institute of Internal Audit Jamaica at this launch of your Bachelor of Science degree program in Internal Auditing. It is with great pleasure that we congratulate you, a team of pioneers, for taking this bold step of becoming the first in Jamaica and perhaps even the Caribbean for offering this internal audit program. You, like the Star Trek pioneers, have moved into a new world, and I would rewrite your launch salutation by saying, UCC, a BSc in Internal Auditing, the new frontier. These are the voyages of the UCC enterprise. Its mission, to explore a strange new world, to offer a new degree, to expand the local profession, and offer a new way of thinking, to boldly go where no university in Jamaica has gone before. Already, IIA Global has recognized this degree as an internal audit awareness program. This degree program will enhance the practices of internal audit, provide new career opportunities, and build the profession. IIA Jamaica stands ready to partner with you by providing experts, practitioners, faculty members, and mentors for this program. We are on board and look forward to an exciting voyage filled with discoveries and learning. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Colley and Mrs. Ramsey-Knight. Let us now view a short video presentation.
We are in an era where we have unprecedented changes going on in our businesses, and the pace of them is so quicker than we've ever seen before. We have not only lots of information coming in our direction, but we also have to grapple with privacy issues that people are trying to figure out around the world and new regulations coming about. We have geopolitical issues. We have a completely different mindset about how employees come to work. And all of these changes really give us a lot of challenges in how we manage the business. So, what we've done from an audit perspective is we're trying to be more innovative with how we're working with our businesses in order to give them better information and not only, auditing what they're doing, but helping them figure out how to use all this data, how we can take all this information to identify risks and help them mitigate those risks. Yes, there's so much that we can do in being innovative about how we use data. Today, there's innovative practices about using data to do enterprise-wide risk management, and lots of great platforms that are out there that can help us take information and give us a dashboard to show us where our most significant risks are. Building that together and bringing in continuous monitoring also as a piece of that is incredibly powerful. So to be able to do continuous monitoring and take that information in use that to analyze and determine where your risks are. And then, next, be agile about how you use it. Take that information, change your plan. Our audit plan changes about 40% from the time we start to where we end. And the reason why is because we're constantly taking in data and we're looking at it and we're making changes to what we're doing. Not only where we're going, but also what we're looking at. And we determine also what we're looking at based on the information that we're analyzing. So our audit group has done a lot of pre-audit work. So when we walk into an agency or any kind of audit that we're doing, we're really going there to look at the exceptions because we've done as much pre-work as we can. So we go in looking for specific transactions that look unusual to us, as opposed to sampling 50 items and trying to figure out what's going on. So it's really a complete mind shift, something too that the auditee has to get used to because they don't think that that's quite fair, but they're getting there.
We now invite Mr. Courtney Campbell, President and Chief Executive Officer of the VM Group, and Mrs. Lee Ann Bruce, Chief Audit Executive of the Grace Kennedy Group, to deliver their presentations.
Congratulations to the leadership of the University of Commonwealth Caribbean for the launch of this very important degree program, the Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing. The internal audit function is an extremely important function in any business. Internal audit is really the third line of defense. They help us to be assured of the quality of financial statements that we receive on a regular basis, on a monthly, fortnightly, quarterly basis from the business. They help us to be assured that the processes that have been designed to deliver value to our various stakeholders are working as they should. They help us to ensure that the policies that have been laid down are being followed. The internal auditors help us also as consultants because they help us to identify gaps in the business and help us to identify emerging risks that should be addressed, should be mitigated by perhaps new policies, by operational changes. And so if with this assurance role and the consulting role, every business would want to have a team of well-trained, very professional, thorough internal auditors. And that is the reason why the University of Commonwealth Caribbean has done the work to develop and offer this program. I encourage our young people to take advantage of this opportunity. When you enter the internal audit field equipped with the material that you will learn from this program, you will have a better chance of excelling. And then when you start in internal audit, when you're equipped with this degree program, it will help you to better prepare for all aspects of a business, because that's what the internal auditors do. They develop an intimate knowledge of all operations in a business, not just one or two areas like some others do. So whether it is a revenue generating aspect of the business that you're auditing or a support unit, you're developing a really good enterprise knowledge that will help you to broaden your career options. If you think about it, many successful chief financial officers, general managers, chief executive officers started their careers in internal audit, and they got to understand all aspects of the business. They liked some, they didn't like others, and they then focused on the areas that they fell in love with. So I want to again congratulate the leadership of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean for deciding to launch this very important program. I think it will help to promote some great career growth, and it will help to ensure that the businesses in Jamaica are more sustainable and stronger, more successful. Congratulations.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege being asked to speak at this momentous occasion. As UCC embarks on its journey to offer Jamaica's first Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing, it not only contributes to the talent pool available to the public and private sector, but it also does its part in contributing to the financial stability of the nation. In a few years, a squadron of qualified auditors will be sent out into the Jamaican workforce equipped with the skills and knowledge to support the viability of the organizations where they become employed. This is no small feat, and I applaud UCC for this dynamic and relevant addition to their already esteemed program. Even though I currently hold the position of Grace Kennedy's Chief Audit Executive, I must admit that I didn't wake up on my 18th birthday, a very long time ago, with a burning desire to work in audit. If someone had told me then that I'd be leading a team of 15, ensuring the effectiveness of internal control processes within Jamaica's largest and often most complex conglomerates, I might have laughed hard. I first became aware of internal audit as a profession following the bankruptcy of Enron in 2001. At the time, I was a graduate student, and the MBA professors were so flabbergasted that fraud of this magnitude could even be possible, that it was a case study for almost every branch of business study. One of the offshoots of the Enron scandal, however, was that it gave the internal audit function prominence that it had not previously known. This one high-profile case of misconduct forced a spotlight on internal controls by displaying on the world stage the consequences of poor governance and a weak internal control framework. Closer to home, Grace Kennedy benefited from its own experience with fraud when in 2010 a senior executive was arrested and charged with fraud. I say benefited as this incident forced a deeper look at the internal control failures that would A, have allowed this misappropriation of funds, and B, prevented earlier detection. As you can well imagine, following this very visible case, company executives became understandably risk-averse. The board at the time invested millions bolstering its internal control framework in order to prevent a recurrence, but also to give management the comfort to once again take on risk. The resulting strengthening of the overall control environment allowed the board of directors the confidence to move forward with Grace Kennedy's largest acquisition to date, the Lafayette Foods brand, in 2014. Today, Grace Kennedy stands proudly on the pillars of a world-class risk and compliance program, a regionally recognized governance structure, and an internationally accredited internal audit function. The various boards and audit committees across the group set the tone that a strong control environment will not be sacrificed for growth, that in fact, a strong control environment can facilitate and sustain growth. It is on this solid foundation that the company has ably achieved its lofty strategic goals and reported sustained value to its shareholders in its 100th year and beyond. Viewing the UCC program flyer, it lists a variety of career paths available to persons formerly trained in internal audit. But in truth, opportunities are limitless, as the skills gained by working in internal audit are easily transferable to a wide range of professions and career paths. Indeed, here at Grace Kennedy, our internal audit unit is made up of both career auditors and those using their valuable audit experience as a stepping stone for other opportunities within our diverse group. Our commitment to maintaining a strong internal control framework is one that will see us confidently moving into the next 100 years. We continue to attract top talent in the field of internal audit, and we look forward to developing new talent for years to come. In this vein, we applaud the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean for continuing to produce highly qualified graduates in continuously relevant fields.
The rollout of this bachelor's degree in internal auditing would not have been possible without the help of strategic partners. Let us now invite Mr. David Hall, Managing Director of DC Consultants and Associates, to bring his remarks. Mr. Hall was very instrumental in proposing the curriculum structure to meet with IIA certification and forging the link with the IIA in order to make this program a reality and fit for purpose. Mr. Hall?
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. Good morning. The Honorable Fable Williams, Minister of Education and Youth, Professor Dennis Gale, the President of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, Directors and Senior Executives of the UCC, distinguished guests, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the culmination of a vision which was conceptualized over 10 years ago when I was the president of the local chapter of the Institute of Internal Auditors. At the time, it was identified that there was a gap in the career choices of students who wanted to complete a degree in internal auditing, as this was not an option. It is therefore my distinct pleasure to partner with the UCC in establishing this degree program and to have it endorsed by the international body of the Institute of Internal Auditors. As a certified internal auditor who has traveled extensively worldwide conducting audits, working with other auditors across diverse cultures, and assisting companies to achieve their operational and strategic objectives, I would recommend this rewarding career to aspiring applicants. Congratulations to the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, DC Consultants and Associates, along with all stakeholders on the achievement of this significant milestone. I look forward to the graduates from this degree program helping to improve the governance practices both in the public and private sector across Jamaica.
This historic occasion calls for acknowledgement of the first candidate to apply and be accepted into the Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing at UCC, even before promotional efforts got on the road. Please welcome Mr. Kamal Williams, the first applicant to be accepted in the degree program for September 2022. He will be followed by Tanikia Richards and Shandy Hall Walker, current students.
Greetings, I'm Kamal Williams. I was granted opportunity by the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean to commence my studies in a Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing. I chose internal auditing because I have excellent problem-solving skills, very good at math, and pays precise attention to details. Organizations rely on financial decision-making experts to help create a strong job market which keeps the needs of auditing professionals in high demand. So with a Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing, I am easily marketable.
Hello, I am Tanika. I am a UCC student, and last semester I did Principles of Auditing. It was a plus for me. It was one of those courses that had enhanced my knowledge, where professional ethics and audit queries are concerned. It was very knowledgeable, providing what good governance, risk management, and control in an organization is, how internal auditors help to improve the organization on a whole. It was even better while being a part of the accounts department. I am now more able to understand why our internal auditors come and ask for certain information as to provide them, with, I would say, audit evidence, because this is a must. And so while doing my daily tasks, I tried my best to bring across some of what I have learned, so that when they come and ask these questions, information are here and readily available for them. Another plus for me doing this course was that I had a lecturer who was very experienced. He himself was an auditor, and so it helps to answer some of the questions that I would have for me to better understand my internal auditors. And as it is right now, I would really encourage persons who are willing and who want to further their education in where auditing is concerned. There is a variety of different professions that can be chosen, and yes, UCC is the place, and Principles of Auditing is one of those courses that you would want to do if you're interested in the audit profession. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shandy Hall, and today I'm going to tell you about the benefits I have experienced in studying internal auditing at UCC. After studying internal auditing, I am now more effective and efficient in my daily operations. I'm now able to seize the opportunity in increasing customer quality. I now feel more accomplished as I know I'm able to add value. I would encourage anyone, go study internal auditing with UCC.
Thank you, students. We wish you every success as you begin and continue your professional development in this field. So, how do you qualify and apply for the bachelor's degree in internal auditing? I now turn you over to Mrs. Andrea Ray, Director of Recruitment at UCC, to provide you with the details.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. As you can tell, we are all very excited about the newly launched Bachelor of Science in Internal Auditing. To reiterate, this program is designed to equip students with the necessary skills to contribute to the success of an organization. Internal audit professionals are in high demand, since they allow for the separation of roles and independent reporting when it comes to matters of governance, risk, and control. Earning a bachelor's degree in internal auditing will allow you to consider career paths such as Chief Audit Executive, IT Auditor, Audit Manager, Fraud Manager, and Risk Manager, to name a few. The duration of the program is typically 4 years. This, however, can be reduced up to 2 years if a student gains advanced standing with an appropriate Associate of Science degree or equivalent qualifications. UCC boasts institutional accreditation from the University Council of Jamaica and is also institutionally accredited internationally by the UK-based Accreditation Service for Independent Colleges and University, ASIC. Now let's look at the entry requirements. To be unconditionally admitted, individuals should possess subjects to include 5 GCE or CSEC levels, including mathematics and English language, at grades A, B, or C for the GCE, or 1, 2, and 3 for the CSEC level. A CSEC pass at level 3 must be obtained prior to 1998. Individuals can also apply under the mature entry track and should be working for a minimum of 5 years and be over the age of 25 years. Okay, so you may be asking, are you ready to apply? Visit our website at www.ucc.edu.jm or call us today at 876-906-3000, extensions 4104, 4105, or 4106. You may also visit our main campus at 17 Worthington Avenue, New Kingston, or any of our regional campuses in the May Pen area, Mandeville, Montego Bay, or Ocho Rios. The recruitment team stands ready to assist you and look forward to you joining the UCC community in fall of 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us today as we officially launch the UCC's Bachelor of Science degree in Internal Auditing. Our sincere appreciation to the Honorable Favourable Williams, Minister of Education and Youth, University President, Professor Dennis J. Gale, Mrs. Anishka Colley, and Mrs. Simone Ramsey Knight of the Institute of Internal Auditors, International and Jamaican chapters, Mr. Courtney Campbell and Mrs. Leanne Bruce of the VM Group and the Grace Kennedy Group, respectively, Mr. David Hall of DC Consultants and Associates, students Kamal Williams, Tanikia Richards, Sandy Hall Walker, and our own recruitment director, Mrs. Andrea Ray, for your participation today. I take this opportunity to encourage all of you wishing to engage in professional development in this function of internal auditing to visit the UCC main website at www.ucc.edu.jm and submit your application without delay. Our registration period opened on July 17, 2022, and there are discounts available for early registration. Thank you for sharing with us today.
The best piece of advice I could give to an internal auditor just entering the profession is to find yourself a mentor. And it doesn't have to be a formal mentoring program, just someone who can help you navigate the organizational culture and the complexities and the different politics involved. And it really doesn't have to be someone in the internal audit department. It can be someone from anywhere in the organization. And I actually think there's a lot of benefit to that because they're able to give you their unique perspectives that you wouldn't find in your own department.
The number one piece of advice that I would give internal auditors entering the profession is don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing as a dumb question, and don't ever hesitate because you think that a question is going to be taken the wrong way by the business individual that you're talking to. You're there to learn more about how they go about their day-to-day business and offer constructive feedback when possible. So never be afraid to ask questions.
My advice to incoming internal auditors would be to take advantage of opportunities provided to you and be ready to learn. With an internal audit, we are in the unique position where we have insight into both a company's financial and operational processes. Using this insight can help you grow your career not only from the internal audit perspective, but learning how a company operates. As well, we typically have access to upper management, executives, C-suite, and board of directors. These connections can prove to be invaluable throughout your career.
Take advantage of new career opportunities available to all students and graduates at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Our career services partners will work closely with each student and alumnus to identify attractive virtual and in-person career opportunities across Jamaica and the world. UCC's innovative Virtual Career Center empowers students and alumni to make the smooth transition to the job market by creating alerts to job opportunities and providing workshops aimed at perfecting your resume and preparing you for successful interviews. Get started today for free at ucc.edu.jm.